Anchorage Digital is a regulated institution, therefore, you're already enforcing policies around issuance and asset handling. But what regulators are moving toward now is something different. Compliance has to be enforced by the system itself before assets are issued. What I'm going to show you is a system that evaluates and records the compliance state of an asset before it exists. This is the interface for evaluating a governed asset state, what we call the compliance state. This means the system has evaluated the asset against its regulatory rules and determined that it is compliant before execution. This isn't just a status, this is the reasoning behind the decision. The system verified that the issuing entity is authorized. It verified that the reserves backing this asset are sufficient. So, the compliance state is not just certified, it's explainable. This is the governed state, the system's recorded evaluation of the asset. It includes the decision, the rule set used, the cryptographic snapshot of the evaluation, and the exact timestamp. So, this is not just computed, it's recorded and reproducible. This is the full compliance artifact. It ties together the asset, the issuer, the regulatory classification, and the decision outcome. So instead of relying on internal logs or documentation, this becomes a verifiable compliance record. This can also be anchored on-chain, creating an immutable record of the compliance decision. Evaluate first, then anchor. So in your environment, this would sit directly in front of asset issuance, custody onboarding, and eventually settlement. So instead of issuing assets and proving compliance later, you're enforcing and recording compliance at the exact moment the decision is made. That's how compliance becomes something your infrastructure guarantees, not something you have to prove after the fact.